environment and sustainable development. Environment. The environment play an important role in the existence of a life on the planet Earth. The word environment is derived from a French word environ, which means surrounding. An ecosystem refers to all the living and non-living things present in the environment, and it is found in the biosphere, which determine health of the entire planet Earth. An environment is everything that is around us, which include both living and non-living things such as soil, water, animal, and plant, which adapt themselves to their surroundings. It is a nature's gift that help in nourishing on the life.
Significance of environment. Environment offers resources for production. Environment include physical resources such as minerals, wood, water, fossil fuels, which are available to us as a free gift of nature. These resources are used as input for production. In fact, production is simply the process of conversion of natural resource into useful things. Environment sustains life. Environment include sun, soil, water, and air, which are essential ingredients for the sustenance of life. They regulate the temperature of water bodies, weather patterns, and also provide energy to the growth of plants. And absence of any of this element implies the end of life. Environment assimilate waste. Production and consumption activities generate lots of waste in the form of garbage. Where does it go? It absorbed by the environment. They neutralize, absorb, and assimilate the pollutants. Environment enhance quality of life. Surrounding include such as rivers, ocean, mountains, and deserts. Man enjoy this surrounding. It enhance the quality of life. Access to these resources such as green space, forest, and rivers is an essential aspect of quality of life.
Principal concerns of environmental degradation in India. The major causes of the environmental degradation are modern urbanization, industrialization, overpopulation growth, deforestation, etc. Environmental pollution refers to the degradation of quality and quantity of natural resources. Different kinds of the human activities are the main reason of environmental degradation. The smoke emitted by the vehicles and industries are the main causes of pollution. Unplanned urbanization and industrialization have caused water, air, and sound pollution. Urbanization and industrialization help to increase pollution of the sources of water. Similarly, the smoke emitted by vehicles like nitrogen oxide, carbon monoxide, and other dust particles pollute air. Land degradation. Land degradation is any charge or disturbance to the land perceived to be undesirable. Land degradation can be caused by both man-made and natural resources such as flood and forest fires. It is estimated that up to 40% of the world's agricultural land is seriously degraded. The main cause of land degradation includes climate change, land clearance, and deforestation, depletion of soil nutrients through poor farming practices, overgrazing, and overgrafting. In India, water erosion is the most prominent reason of land degradation. The growing trends of population and consequent demand for food, energy, and housing have considerably altered land use practices and severely degraded India's environment. The growing population put huge pressure on land increase at cost of forest and grazing lands. Because the demand of food could not increase subsequently to population, thus horizontal extension of land has fewer scopes and relies mostly on vertical improvement that is supported by technical development in the field of agriculture, i.e. HYV seeds, fertilizer, pesticides, herbicides, and agricultural implements. All these practices are causing degradation and depletion of environment. Air pollution. Air pollution is one of the most pressing environmental problems and is among the critical challenges facing modern societies. Air pollution is responsible for major harmful effects on human health, animal lives, natural ecosystem, and the man-made environment. It is also responsible for climate change due to NG's greenhouse effect, acid rain, and the depletion of ozone layer that constitute important global environmental problems. Air pollution occurs both outdoors and indoors, and it is caused by human activities and natural mechanisms. Although air quality degradation because of air pollution is a global problem that threatens humanity's well-being overall,
Strategies for sustainable development. In this simple term, sustainable development means integrating the economics, social, and environmental objectives of society in order to maximize human well being in the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their needs. This means seeking mutually supportive approaches whenever possible and making trade offs where necessary. Sustainable development thus require improving the core ends and the complementary of policies across a wide range sector to respond to the complex development challenges ahead. There is a lot of strategies for sustainable development. The first is use of non-conventional sources of energy. India is hugely dependent on thermal and hydropower plant to meet its power needs. Both of these have adverse environmental impacts. Thermal power plants emit large quantities of carbon dioxide, which is a greenhouse gas. Hydroelectric projects invade forests and interfere with the natural flow of water in catchment areas and the river basins. Wind powers and solar rays are examples of conventional but cleaner and greener technologies which can be effectively used to replace thermal and hydropower. And second is LPG gower gas in rural areas. Households in rural areas generally use wood dung cake or other biomass as fuel. This practice has survival adverse implications like deforestation, reduction in green cover wastage, cattle dung, and air pollution. To rectify the situation or subsidies LPG in provided and gobar gases plant are provided. LPG is a cleanful, it reduces household pollution to a large extent. Also, energy wastage is minimized for the gobar gas plant to function collect dungs in fed to the plants, and gas is produced which is used as fuel, while the slurry which is left over in a very good organic fertilizer and soil conditioner. The next is CNG in urban area. In Delhi, the use of compressed natural gas (CNG) as fuel in public transport system has significantly lower air pollution, and the air has become cleaner in the last few years. The fourth is wind power. In areas where speed of wind is usually high, windmills can provide electricity without any adverse impact on environment. Wind turbines move with the wind and electricity generated. No doubt the initial cost is high, but the benefits are such that high cost get easily absorbed.
Air pollution. Air pollution is the presence of material in air in such concentration which are harmful to man and the environment. In India, air pollution is widespread in urban areas where vehicles are the major contributor. In few other areas, industries and thermal power plant also contribute in air pollution. The number of vehicles increased from 3 lakh in 1951 to 14.18 crore in 2011. Water pollution. When toxic substances enter rivers, streams, and other water bodies and get dissolved or lie suspended in water, it leads to water pollution. Water pollution degrades the quality of water and has led to the death of several animals and poses a serious threat to human life. Biodiversity loss. Biodiversity is defined as the variability among living organisms from all sources, including terrestrial, marine, and other aquatic ecosystems, and the ecological complexes of which they are a part. Many plant and animal species are threatened by the destruction of their habitat, and there is an immediate need for biodiversity conservation. Sustainable development. Sustainable development refers to the development that meet the need for the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. Sustainable development is a development which meet the basic need of all people and ensure growth of agriculture, manufacturing and service sector to meet the above needs. Environment crisis. Reason for environment crisis. The population explosion and advent of industrial revolution has increased the demand for environment resources, but their supply is limited due to overuse and misuse. Then the intensive and extensive extraction of both renewable and non-renewable resources has exhausted some of the vital resources due to his huge amount of money spent on technology and research to explore new resources. Extinction of many resources and continuous rise in population has also resulted in environment crisis. Due to affluent consumption and production standard of the developed world, the waste generated are beyond the absorption capacity of the environment. The development process has polluted the atmosphere and water, and there is decline in air and water quality. 70% of water in India is polluted. It has resulted in increase in incidence of respiratory and waterborne diseases. The expenditure on health is also rising. Global environment issues such as global warming and ozone depletion also contribute to the increased financial commitment for the government. It is clear that the opportunity cost of negative environment impacts are high, and environment issue of waste generation and population have become critical today.